What's up? It's Juice Beats, back again with another race video. And this one is the Music City Crit Series race, number 5, Cat 3-4. Another 40-minute race, getting ready to get started with my teammates. We have Terrell, Elijah, and Derek right there in front of me. So, actually a big field. I think there were over 30 in this field as well. Bunch of juniors from Hub Cycling out there. And you can see it's a little bit gloomy outside and doesn't really affect us in this race. But the next one, it does. So I'll put that one out on the channel pretty shortly. Hopefully I'll get that one out. I'm still working on that one. That one was actually really, really fun. Can't wait to show it. Complete rain race. So you'll be seeing that one pretty soon. But anyway, this Cat 3-4 race, obviously 40 minutes, same thing as we always do, and average 25.2 miles per hour, 284 watts, 1470 max with a 331 watt normalized in this one here. And I've got the 360 camera on the bike. So I've been kind of going back and forth whether or not I want to use the 360 or whether or not I just want to use the regular, DJI or GoPro cameras on my bike. Really, the biggest thing with the 360 camera is there's some extra steps in the editing that I have to do to be able to put it together, and it just takes a little bit longer. So that's kind of the reason why I don't use it as much for the races just quite yet. But I do like that I can change fields of view, and obviously you can see 360 views on everything. So that is a pretty cool aspect. You can kind of see my pain face in some of the views as well. So I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments whether or not you like the 360 video a little bit better, or if you just like the regular cameras and don't really worry about it too much. Anyway, so back to the race here. You can see, obviously, there's a bunch of cloud cover, so that kept it kind of cool on this day. Kept us from being, overheated and everything, because it does get pretty hot in Nashville. Usually around this time of year, it starts getting pretty hot. And yeah, so the cloud cover definitely kept us cool. The threat of rain was not even really, I don't think it was supposed to be there until late at night. So when I came out here, I was like, oh, we should be fine for the 2 races at least. Little did I know. So that's coming at a later video. But anyway, in this one, so going around the 180 again, not the funnest one, but definitely, now that I'm in race mode through the year, getting a little bit better at doing it. I've been going around a lot faster, I believe, around the 180. So getting a little bit more comfortable, obviously, in race mode as well. So it definitely helps, once you've done it a few times, you start to get it during the season. The first couple races that you do, you're still trying to figure out how to go around it without losing too much speed. But the usual suspects in the race as well. There's Matt just ahead there from the Mustangs. We've got a bunch of the guys from Hub Cycling, and got to shout out a few guys on here. Noah and Tyler and Seamus. Just a few strong junior names that I need to shout out on here. They've been watching my videos and seeing me call them just juniors, but definitely got to shout them out because they have been out here doing work in these races and making it nice and fun and fast for all of us. So yeah, shout out to Hub Cycling, the junior team out here. They are they are definitely strong riders out here. Let's just say that. But yeah, been having fun out here at the Music City, and playing the team game, playing the team tactics, and working on our strategy and stuff like that, and our communication, which in this race you'll kind of see a little bit later. may or may not work out for us here. But at the moment, since it's early in the race, we are chilling at this point. So Terrell has pulled off. He was out front, I believe, right there for just a minute, pulling back, getting a little rest. We are going really slow for the start of this race. And if you saw the beginning where I said it was 25.2 miles an hour, I think that's kind of slow for this race. So here I go. I'm gonna up the level, I think, a little bit here. I'm getting on the front. I felt like we were going pretty slow as a group. Everybody, I know, the beginning of a race, everybody's trying to get in the groove of things, but I'm gonna elevate the speed just a little bit here, kind of push it out. I'm not really, I'm putting out some good watts, but I'm not really burning matches at this point. Like, my legs felt good. I'm just pushing the pace, basically. And the weather, like I said before, I was trying to remember, because it's been a few weeks since this race. I was trying to remember where the actual wind was in this one. I couldn't remember how the wind was. I was trying to look at the flags in the background to see where they were going. I think we may have had a slight tailwind there on the backstretch, but I can't be sure. So I didn't put the wind up there. But yeah, so getting things started here, moving to the front. And then I believe was that Seamus going out the front there, and then Elijah following. So team tactics there, and then we see, we've got some guys responding to that, and I'm just gonna hop on their wheel, and there we go. So now we're hitting 30 miles an hour or close to it, and we're getting things going now. We're starting to go a little bit faster. We catch up to the two Breakaway guys pretty quickly here. They were putting in a small attack. I don't know if they were really trying to get away this early in the race, but yeah, just trying to elevate the speed. And you can see now the speed is back down. There we go. Good attack there. I believe that's Tyler from Hub. And yeah, perfect time to counter right there when the speed gets this low. Nobody's respecting it though. Nobody's lifting, and I'm settling back in, since I took a little bit of elevated speed around the course for a little bit there. So I'm settling back into the rest of the pack and just resting the legs a little bit. You can see my wattage is going down here. I'm just trying to draft a little bit, save the legs for later in the race if we can. But yeah, so nobody's really respecting Tyler going off the front this early, keeping him within, I think, 5 seconds or so. I was gonna say, was that a move? Nope, that was not a move. Just trying to move up spaces, it looked like there, because yeah, going around this 180, putting that much speed into it around the turn there, probably not gonna go anywhere any quicker that way. But I remember going around the 180. I felt like I was in pretty good standing around going around it on this day. I wasn't putting a ton of, yeah, I'm normally like 800 to 1,000. I hit it a little bit there, but I think that's just because I'm pushing up to get back closer to my teammates here. But going around it there, it looked like I was only like 400 to 500, so that's really low for going around that 180 there for me. Settling back in to the rest of the pack. Didn't want to be all the way back there on the back. That's how you get caught sometimes. All right, so here we are several laps later. We had caught up to Tyler, and everybody's basically back together. I think there's one off the front maybe that I can see. Tyler's talking to me here in the back, and he was asking if we were just gonna let him go, and I said, yeah, a little too early for a breakaway at that point. So yeah, no, everybody was not really worried about it too much here. And then also I was talking to Elijah a little bit as well, telling him, man, we need to up the speed at some point, because I've been sitting in zone 1, zone 2 for a while. So we've been going fairly slow. I don't know. I mean, it felt smooth, but yeah, it was definitely feeling pretty slow on this day. So judging by the average speed at the end, I think it's one of the slower races that we have done even though it's going around the 180. Normally, I think, 25 and a half or something like that is pretty average for this race. So 25.2, a little bit lower, close to the average, but yeah, definitely on the day, it definitely felt slower than what we normally would do. Terrell out there out front, leading the pack. Trying to see who is shaking things up out here, if there's anything. Was that one person out on the front? I could not tell. I thought it might be, but it also could be somebody lapped and I just missed it or something like that. But let's see what happens on this lap here. Looking to see who's moving and shaking it in the peloton, or whether or not we're gonna up the level of speed here. But I'm definitely like way behind some of the wattage that I normally put out on this point. And it could be that we did have some sort of tailwind and I wasn't having to put out that much watts. On this day, it's been, a few weeks, so hard to remember all the aspects of everything that happened during this day. Okay, so here we go, lap 11, and yeah, there are a couple out there out front. I'm kind of taking a flyer, pushing a little bit here, trying to reach out to them. If I bring the peloton with me, that's okay at this point in the race, but I definitely want to make sure that, I touch these two out front and bring this thing back together. The two flyers out front, I believe one was Safety Herd and the other was Hub Cycling. So don't want the other two teams, the other two big teams in the peloton to get away here. And yeah, I can't allow that. So definitely got to up the level and see. I am dragging the rest of the peloton with me. So I think that's okay at this point in the race. And especially from where I launched from, I don't know if I was really gonna get that much separation either, but definitely don't want these two to get away. So gotta shut this one down. And yeah, I'm bringing it back. I'm closing in. I think it looks like Safety Herd has kind of pulled off from the breakaway there. So we're gonna reel him in, and we need to bring in who I want to say it's Seamus out there from Hub Cycling out front. So we definitely need to bring him in, and we're, I think, within 4 or 5 seconds here at this point. So reeling in Safety Herd, and then this is where I needed a little bit of help to reel in Hub Cycling. I wasn't thinking I would be worried about the one Hub Cycling guy being out there. But
hello?
Tracy, it's Phil.
Phil, where the hell are you guys? I'm freaking out.
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
But
it was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
So there goes Noah, and there goes Tyler. Tyler is on Hub, so he's going to be joining his teammate there. He's getting a free ride from Noah up to his teammate, and they're both going on this nice chase breakaway and getting ready to, it looks like, be pretty close out to I believe that's Seamus. So yeah, and I just did this big pull to bring back Safety Herd on the last lap, and basically bring the peloton back up, and then had a nice counterattack that was perfectly timed counterattack. We're just over 22 minutes or so into the race, so good timing right there. And yeah, strong group as well. So two teammates going to be working together, and Noah out there, who's another strong junior, going to be working together. Definitely threatening at this point in the race as well, with less than 20 minutes left. But we had no response on this. So this is where the communication and the team tactics need to come into play. And the learning experience of being on a team basically for the first time with teammates this year. So obviously I've been racing since 2021, but I'd been racing by myself for all these years, and finally this year getting to race with other teammates and learning how to, you know, attack and counterattack and utilize, you know, my teammates for different things. So we haven't quite, you know, obviously we're all still learning because none of us have had teammates really before this year as well. So we're all learning to gel together and learn when we need to close things down. But I believe, let's see, we are trying to catch up to them. So we're putting in some good digs right here. We're going over 32 miles an hour, so we're getting pretty close. I mean, we're right there. I would say within about 5 seconds, or less than that at this point. So at this point, everybody's thinking, okay, they're just right there. They're not that far away. We should be able to connect and bring everything back together at this point. So that's what I'm thinking, and I'm glad that, you know, that I'm getting a little bit of rest back here in the rest of the peloton, and you know, because I'm, you know, probably gonna have to do something a little bit later on in the race if we want to make sure that if we reel these guys in, but if we want to make sure that, you know, we bring either Terrell or Derek or Elijah or somebody else, you know, up at the end of the race. Whoever we decide wants to sprint for it. But yeah, so we were within about 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden there's a big push going around the 180, and now they've gone out to maybe 5 to 7 seconds. So now they've pushed it out. So they're really pushing hard. I thought we were pushing pretty hard as a group. You saw we were going over 32 miles an hour on that last lap trying to catch up to them, and we were pretty darn close to touching the back wheels there. But then, yeah, going around the 180, we slowed down a little bit, and they were able to push it back out. And so now you see they're going around the bend already, and I don't know if you guys are counting seconds, but to me, it looks like you know, somewhere between 5 and 7 at this point. So not too bad of a lead. Still closable, still right there, you know, something that we can reach out. But see, this is where, you know, I was talking about the team aspect. So we're chilling, and we shouldn't be. We need to be on the front. Hub is controlling the pace right now, and they've got 2 guys in that break. Definitely a no-no for us. We're the team that needs to respond. It's you know, it's us or safety herd basically, because Matt, you know, on the Mustangs is by himself, and I don't believe there's any other, you know, substantial teams or anything in this race as well. So I mean, it is literally on Grind City team safety herd to pull this back. And we're not doing that. And so we're going around this 180 again, and now they've pushed it out between 7 and 10 seconds. So they're getting a good lead on us, and their teammates are doing a really good job of actually, you know, holding us back here. But here we go, getting a little push from Terrell out front. So this is what we need. This is what we need to do. Go to the front and start pushing it out. And we need all the help we can get. I know we haven't really assigned roles or anything like that as a team, but it's just something that, you know, instinct-wise, we have enough racers on the team that have raced enough. I think that we should be thinking this without having to communicate it. But here we go. Elijah got it. Now he's pushing out on front, and so this is what, yeah, we need to break up the controlling of the pace by Hub Cycling out front, and we need to push it. At this point, it's not really a worry whether or not we're bringing the rest of the group up. We can always regroup and try to attack the peloton with the rest of our teammates if we can connect to this break. But you know, our goal right now is to try to connect to this break and make sure that we close down these seconds here. But Hub is definitely doing a really good job of keeping us at bay. Elijah pushed it out. He pushed out a little dig there, trying to up the speed and everything. But I think Hub jumped right back in front and is now controlling the pace just a little bit again. So yeah, definitely got our work cut out for us. We're closing in on the last few laps here. This is lap 16 of 21, it looks like. So not too many laps left, and we definitely need to be pushing harder in this race. I think I've rested enough. I say that I'm over here pushing out, trying to get back to the rest of the peloton because a big gap opened up there, and I need to I need to get back up there. So let's see, and here's another slowdown. So who's out front controlling the pace again? Because they are right there. They're within, I'd say now it looks like they're pushing it out to about 15 seconds or so now. So they've already gone around the bend, and I'm trying to count seconds. And I think it's like 10 to 15-ish, somewhere around there. Yep, and Hub is out front again. So really well coached junior team. It's crazy how good these guys are, and how strong they are, and just how well they're doing each week that they come out here. They've really like, I guess they've really been studying crit races and learning team tactics, because they're doing a really good job of blocking right now. So here we go. Fast forward, 4 to go here, and I'm gonna push it. I got to. I counted. I think the last lap we were between 20 and 25 seconds. I think we're right around maybe 23-ish or so, if I counted correctly. I was looking at the timer over here that I have set up, and looking where they were and where we hit. But yeah, somewhere around there. So with 4 laps to go, very tough ask. But definitely we've got to push at this point. So I get out front, and normally I'm definitely more of a sprinter. I'm not like I'm not a breakaway guy, and maybe I could be a domestique for like a couple laps, but with 4 laps to go and a 25 seconds trail here, we've got to do something, and we weren't having much push from anybody out front. So I'm putting everybody on my back here and saying let's go. We've got to get there, and we'll figure it out if we can get close. So I'm looking over there to see where they are, and like I said, I mean, 20 to 25 seconds. It's gonna be tough. I'm looking around to see how far they are, and kind of, I think during the race, like I'm looking at the poles over there to the left and just seeing like, okay, they've crossed this pole, and I kind of count in my head a little bit to see, okay, how many seconds is it until I get to that pole, and how many seconds is it going to take me to get there, basically. So and I can see them, they've just gone around the bend there, so I'm trying to see like where we are here. So I think that's about 5, 6, 7 seconds or something like that. Getting around, so we're closing in. I think we're still between 15 and 20 seconds. So we are closing a little bit. So they had just gone around the first 180 there. That's where I zoomed into. So the first 180 probably around 15 to 20 seconds or so. So we are closing a little bit. So we closed from 25 to maybe 20 seconds, I'd say. And then you'll see them going around there on the bend as well. So we're at 27. Let's see where we are. That's 10-second lead right there. 15. Yeah, so right there is like 15 to 18 second lead right there. So we are closing in, and I'm doing my best to do that, but we're running out of time with the laps here, and you can see my pain face here. I'm pushing it out. I think I averaged, I want to say like 350-ish or something like that for these last few laps. And some people will say, well, that's, you know, that's not enough or whatever. But I mean, this was at the end of the race, and I didn't have any help, and I was just, you know, I was just trying to push as much as I could to close some of the gap, and maybe hopefully I would get some help from somebody else, but no help. And yeah, I just had to push it out and keep going, and I wasn't trying to look back. Basically, I was just trying to see where they were, and if we could get just close enough, maybe towards the end of this race, that maybe somebody could catch them from the team if we were close enough. But you can see this. Who is this? This is somebody that was getting lapped, so they're getting ready to pull off here. Let's look over there to the left. So they're right around about the same point. So I would say maybe 15 or so seconds still going into this last lap. It's not insurmountable potentially, but definitely tough at this point since, yeah, I've been out in the front for a while there, and I've been really pushing hard. So I needed to probably come out of there almost sprinting if I wanted to get anywhere close, or get, you know, some of my teammates anywhere close, since I wasn't getting, you know, any help right here. But I'm basically running out of steam at this point. You know, getting tired, legs getting tired, and I could feel the rest of the peloton getting antsy and moving up behind me. And yeah, I mean, I'm putting out some pretty good watts still, but everybody's passive. Everybody's basically in sprint mode at this point, and there they go. You know, putting on the gas and trying to get up there as quick as possible. I think, you know, the other three riders are probably not catchable at this point. But yeah, so everybody else is going for a 4th place finish at this point. And yeah, just completely missed that nice counter break that happened, and completely miscalculated the fact that we should have pushed harder earlier in the race, and definitely should have gone after it earlier. 4 laps to go was a little bit too late. Probably need to go after them maybe six laps or so, and took turns on the front, and definitely, you know, tried to bring them back a little bit earlier. But anyway, so here I go. I just cruised into the finish there. No reason to try to sprint anything out at that point, because I had nothing left anyway for that race. But yeah, just a lesson learned there that you know, when we have, you know, basically 2 teammates going out in the break together like that we need to respond much quicker and not look around at each other. So definite miscalculation on that one, but something that I don't think, you know, in future races that we'll make that mistake again. Just thinking about that and knowing the situation now. So anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you know when I post videos. And yo, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.